Hey everybody. Hope we're all having a great Saturday so far. Here it's a bit on the rainy side, but we're getting through it. but just got off the phone with somebody who wanted some insight. And so I figured I would share it with you guys because I know there's other people out here that are kind of going through some of this stuff. So here it is. I got asked how I dealt with the loss of my parents so long ago and how I'm still dealing with it. Fair question. Because I just got the phone with somebody who lost somebody very dear to them, and they were going through a very, very rough mental space, right? And of course, justifiable, right? Uh, Loss is never easy. It never is. Anybody who says that it is, either one, they're in denial, or two, they're lying, right? So they asked for some insight, and we talked for probably about a little over an hour, probably give or take. And they said, when did it actually set in that that person was no longer coming back? And I said 2 minutes after I found out that they were gone. And they said, really, it was that quick? I was like, absolutely. My mom passed away in her sleep. And my dad was unplugged. And it tore me apart inside. Literally, that was one of the first times in my life at 9 years old, and then at 12 again. It literally tore my world apart. Right? Literally on my knees, torn apart. And I even said this to him. I'm like, it absolutely brought me to my knees in every way, shape, and form. Right? And they asked me, well, then how did you cope with it? How did you bounce back from it? What would you say to somebody who just lost somebody to help them at least navigate the minefield of it? Okay? I cried it out. Right? I allowed myself, and I took that time to understand my feelings. Right? 9 and 12. Don't forget who you are. And they're like, well, what do you mean? I'm like, well, don't forget that there are still things to do. Don't forget that there are still people that are depending on you, that need you to be a part of the team, whatever, right? If it's family, if it's friends, uh, whatever, right? There's still people that depend on you in one way, shape, or form. And they said, okay. And they stopped talking, they stopped mid thought, and they just looked at me as if they wanted me to just spill it, just give every piece of knowledge that I had. And so I did. I said, you can't let it harden you. You can't. Because the second you let those negative thoughts come into your mind, you've already lost that battle. Because chances are, those that were lost, they will present themselves in some way to let you know that they're still there. I don't know, something that you remember, something that they, you and them had together, right? I don't know, a favorite book, or uh, 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 some activity that you guys did together, or something, but it'll become more profound. It'll become more of a here I am. I'm still here. I'm not gone. Right? And as I was saying all this, and as I was helping them lighten up inside a little bit, uh, and I could hear all this through the phone. I could hear them getting lighter. I could hear the emotions and the mindset lighten some. And their next question is what shattered me the most. How do you move on? One day at a time. One minute at a time, 1 hour at a time, one day at a time. But you keep living. You keep going. You keep if you're going to the gym, whatever, like don't stop what you're doing. And let those things be the avenues that you take, that you keep as your ways of coping through them, coping through the that time, right? Um, it wasn't long after my dad that I got very heavy into lifting weights, running, uh, um, because I used that as a positive way to cope with the loss, right? I kept the activities that we did together, whatever they were. And those were the things that I kept doing. So that way it feel like they were still there. Right? If you do the things that help you remember that person, they will always be alive within you. Because the key is, those people will always be alive because they'll always carry a place in your heart. We'll go on to step 2.